Blake Shelton has dished out on how he came up with his upcoming show The Road with Keith Urban, and it's inspired by his time on The Voice. Luke Pell on BBVA Music Sessions powered by AXS. Well, I say how he came up with it, but it was really his friend. The Texas singer recently sat down with us to talk about the inspiration behind The Road and how it came to be. I did so much time on The Voice working with artists and being in front of the camera and thinking the whole time, how would I do this different? He began. While he was pontificating the idea, his buddy, Lee Metzger, had an idea. He told Blake Shelton, "Man, there needs to be a reality singing show that's really capturing these out in these bars trying to win over these crowds that aren't necessarily there to see them. It's a tough feat and is something that the media needs to shine a brighter light on. Patrons may simply be showing up at a bar to have a drink or to see the headliner of the evening, but they won't be there specifically to see the opening acts. Winning over a crowd that doesn't necessarily want to see you is hard. We pitched the idea to Keith Urban," he continued, "and he loved the idea, so he jumped on board." He then shed more light on how the crowd was generated for the show's audience. "We put out on social media and say, hey, if you want to see Keith Urban tonight, be here at this time. And the crowd that generated was immense, spanning 3 blocks. They were all there to see Keith Urban, but they don't know they're gonna watch these 10 or so artists open for him. And this is even harder, considering that the Oklahoma and Texas crowds are historically tough crowds to open for." Blake Shelton, country music star and longtime coach on The Voice, has become a household name in the world of music, television, and entertainment. For over a decade, viewers tuned in to watch him mentor aspiring singers while also witnessing his wit, charisma, and camaraderie with fellow coaches. However, after years of serving as a guiding force on the hit reality show, Shelton has decided to branch out into the world of television on his own terms with the announcement of his new TV series, The Road. This new project, which Shelton has described as a passion project, brings together his love for country music, storytelling, and the road that has shaped his own career. In an exclusive conversation, Shelton reveals how The Voice played a significant role in shaping his latest venture, The Road. He credits his time on the show with giving him insight into the stories of countless contestants, fueling his desire to create a narrative-driven series that centers on the power of music, personal growth, and the ups and downs of life on the road. Here's how The Voice inspired Shelton's latest project and why The Road has become such a meaningful journey for him. The Voice, a launchpad for ideas. Blake Shelton has always had a deep connection to country music, and his experience on The Voice was a natural extension of that connection. As one of the longest-standing coaches on the show, Shelton built a reputation as both a mentor and a fan of his contestants. But his time on The Voice also gave him an opportunity to connect with the personal stories of the participants, many of whom shared emotional journeys about how music had changed their lives. These stories, paired with the raw talent on display, became an essential part of Shelton's experience. It was on The Voice that Shelton first saw the power of storytelling through music. Contestants would open up about their struggles, triumphs, and dreams, and music would act as the bridge to their emotional release and growth. These transformative moments stuck with Shelton, who began to see the unique ability of television to blend entertainment with real human experiences. It was from this realization that the idea for The Road began to take root. The Voice has given me a front-row seat to the incredible impact that music can have on people's lives. There's a reason that songs are so powerful, they connect to us on a deeper level. As a coach, I saw firsthand how music can help heal, inspire, and guide people through their toughest times, Shelton said in an interview. I wanted to create something that celebrates the journey of music, and The Road is the culmination of that vision. The birth of The Road, a passion project. The Road is not just another music-driven TV series, it's a narrative exploration of what it means to be an artist and the emotional roller coaster that often accompanies a career in music. While the premise of the series has its roots in the country music scene, the show's themes extend far beyond just the art of singing or performing. Instead, Shelton has crafted a series that examines the internal struggles of an artist, the sacrifices required to pursue a dream, and the camaraderie that forms between individuals who understand the long road to success. For Shelton, the road represents more than just an opportunity to tell a story. It's his chance to reflect on his own journey. Music has always been a part of his life, and as a country artist, Shelton understands the challenges that come with balancing personal life and career. Through the road, he hopes to offer a window into the lives of those who, like him, have had to fight for their place in the music industry. Music is the soundtrack to our lives, and the road that artists travel to get where they want to be is never easy, Shelton said. I wanted to show that the road to success, the struggle, and the joy of music is more than just the showmanship. It's about the humanity behind it all. The show's focus on emotional depth and storytelling mirrors what Shelton has experienced as a coach on The Voice. Through his years on the show, he has witnessed firsthand the challenges that many contestants face, whether they are dealing with personal hardships, battling self-doubt, or grappling with the highs and lows of fame. These experiences have given him insight into the raw emotions behind each performance, something he wanted to capture in The Road. The power of music and connection. One of the most important lessons Blake Shelton learned on The Voice is the undeniable connection that music creates. On The Voice, contestants from all walks of life come together with a shared goal: to showcase their talent and make their dreams a reality. Shelton's role was not just to teach vocal techniques or strategies. He also served as a mentor, guiding each contestant through the emotional journey that accompanies an attempt to break into the music industry. For many of the contestants, this journey included a deeply personal element that resonated with Shelton. In creating The Road, Shelton sought to build a narrative that explored this very connection. The show follows a fictional group of artists, each of whom has a different story to tell about their relationship with music. Whether it's the story of a struggling musician trying to find their big break or a seasoned artist grappling with their inner demons, the show delves into the vulnerability and raw emotions that define the artist's experience. The connection music provides is universal, Shelton says. Whether you're performing in front of an audience or writing a song in a quiet room, the relationship we have with music is personal, and it's something everyone can relate to. I want The Road to reflect that personal connection and highlight the highs and lows that come with being a musician. This theme of connection is central to the series, as Shelton wanted to emphasize how music shapes the relationships between people, both on and off stage. The series touches on everything from the emotional bonds forged between bandmates to the sometimes turbulent relationship between an artist and their audience. The road, in this sense, becomes a metaphor for the journey that musicians take to find their voice, deal with personal obstacles, and ultimately make meaningful connections through music. Inspiration from the coaches and contestants of The Voice. While The Road is fictional, many of its themes and character developments are inspired by Blake Shelton's real-life experiences on The Voice. As a coach, Shelton's influence on his contestants extended far beyond just vocal coaching. He often became a sounding board for them, listening to their struggles and offering advice. Some of the most memorable moments on The Voice came when contestants opened up about their lives, dreams, and challenges. These stories became a powerful element of the show, and Shelton wanted to bring that same level of authenticity to The Road.